On this day, December 9th, history breathed deeply and the world shifted in ways still felt today. Across continents, from the laboratories of global institutions to the dusty streets of newly independent nations, this date carved itself into humanity's timeline with events of triumph, struggle, and transformation. In 1979, the world stood at the edge of an impossible victory. After thousands of years of suffering, disfigurement, and death, smallpox was officially declared eradicated, a disease that once wiped out civilizations, gone. A task once called unachievable, completed. In Geneva, WHO officials signed the final documents. The silence in that room almost louder than applause. For the first time in human history, a virus that hunted mankind was defeated by mankind. This was not just science. This was hope, weaponized. Now we move to East Africa, the drums of independence beating through the warm air of Tanganyika. On December 9th, 1961, after decades of colonial rule, Tanganyika rose to its feet and declared itself free. Crowds flooded the streets, flags waved high, tears flowed as African voices echoed, "Uhuru, freedom!" This day marked the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter that would later help shape the birth of modern Tanzania, a continent awakening one nation at a time, a people reclaiming their story. But December 9th is not only about politics and pandemics. Sometimes history whispers through art. On December 9th, 1965, a small animated special premiered on television, A Charlie Brown Christmas. Modest, gentle, almost too simple for the world, yet it became a holiday legend. A reminder that even in the pressure, noise, and chaos of life, innocence still has a voice. And that voice came from a little boy in a yellow shirt, searching for the true meaning of the season. Europe, a continent shifting after the fall of communism. On December 9th, 1990, in Poland, millions lined up in freezing temperatures to vote. Not because they had to, but because they finally could. Lech Wałęsa, an electrician turned freedom fighter, became the first freely elected president in modern Polish history. It was more than an election. It was a rebirth, a signal to the world that even the strongest walls, political, ideological, or physical, can crack under the weight of human will. And so, December 9th stands as a crossroads of humanity, a day of liberation, a day of healing, a day of unexpected innocence, a day of transformation. From the eradication of a deadly virus, to the independence of a nation, to the quiet debut of a cartoon that warmed millions of hearts, every moment reminds us that history is not made by the powerful alone, but by scientists, dreamers, children, rebels, and everyday people who believe the world can change. On this day, December 9th, the world did change, and it continues to change every time we honor these stories and remember the paths that brought us here.